Hey ladies, so today I'll be showing you the second part of my video. I will leave a link down below if you want to see how I got the rest of the nails, but today I'll be focusing more on just my ring nail, and as you can see I'm tapping because it's the aquarium nail. I promise you it does work. It's just being stubborn because I just got it. I just did them and they wanted to stick to the top part of it, but it actually does work. And today I'll be using this little kit right here. It comes with a needle and some nail tips. I got this off of Wish. It's an app where you get stuff for dirt cheap. I think I got this for like $5 or something like that. I can't even remember. But I'll be doing a video on this as well as other things that I've gotten off of Wish, which the video will be coming up soon. So here I'm just showing you the tip. It looks just like any normal tip. The only thing different is on the top it has an opening where you're going to want to stick all of your glitters and anything that you want to use in there. So yeah, it has an opening on the tip, and the well part is actually pretty. The well, where it sticks flush to the nail. Go on, lie down. Mama's doing a video. This is my doggies. But the tip or whatever is actually quite thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a file and I'm just going to start filing that so it stays more flush to the nail. Because yeah, like I said, it was actually pretty thick. So yeah, I'm just going to file that down to my liking. So now that I have that all filed, I'm just going to go ahead and put on some glue, and then I'm going to stick that on to my nail. And I usually like to go in at an angle, and this is just going to ensure that there's no air bubbles, because you definitely don't want no air bubbles, because then it could definitely pop off and get things underneath it, and you definitely don't want that. And I'm going to also press down on my sidewalls just to make sure that sticks down nice and good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start putting, I'm not even sure why I even did it this way, because I did my other hand in total opposite. What you're seeing right now is I actually went and took some gel and I covered up part of that hole, but I left a little bit of space so I can get all of my embellishments and stuff in there. But when I got half of it done, I went and I cured it, and then I'm going to take all my little gadgets that I have. I have some glitters, some beads, and some confetti type stuff, and I'm just going to start placing that in my nail. And like I said, I'm not even sure why I even did it this way. When I did my other hand, I actually didn't even glue my nail tip on it yet at this point. I actually left it off because it was much easier. Like I said, I don't know, I think I was just, when I started doing my other hand, I just started going with it, and next thing you know, it was on my nail and it was already done. I wasn't taking it off. But yeah, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to actually, I would leave this off of the nail and put everything in it before you actually place it on your nail, because yeah, it's very tedious, especially when you're working with like little beads. What I noticed with the beads is I actually had to go in individually and pick out the smallest beads that were in my little container right here, because the beads would stick at the curve, at the C curve of your nail, and they would just kind of stick there if they were too big. So I actually went in and picked the tiniest ones, and it ended up working and everything. So yeah, make sure you do this off of the nail. And I'm actually going to do another video because the quality in here isn't that great. It wasn't focusing on what I was doing, and I had no idea until now, till I started editing it. So I will definitely be doing another video just to show you more up close, and plus I got a new camera and everything, so I'm excited to use that, and you'll be able to see like more up close and personal with everything that I'm doing. So anyway, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some more clear gel and I'm going to seal up a majority of that, but leaving a little hole so I can stick it in with a syringe. I filled the syringe up with oil already. You can use oil or water. I actually prefer oil. But as you can see in a second, I had to overfill it because the oil for some reason was not going around that curve. So I literally just had to pump that crap in there and it overflowed. But it's okay. It's nothing that, a cotton ball and some alcohol won't clean up. And once you get all that stuff cleaned up, you're just going to want to take some more of that gel and seal up that little hole that you had made to put everything in. So I cured that for 30 seconds, and I'm just wiping off that sticky layer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to test it to make sure that there's no holes. I tap it on my hand, and as you can see, I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but there is a little bit of oil that's on there. So I'm going to go through with some more clear gel, and I'm just going to go in and seal up everything and make sure everything is completely sealed, because you definitely do not want this breaking, popping open or anything, because then you'll kind of have a little bit of a mess. So now I'm just going to take a base gel coat, and I'm just going to go over my entire nail. You definitely do not need to go over the entire nail. It's basically just for your natural nails. You don't need to go on the tip, but you know, force of habit, I end up doing it, and it definitely doesn't make a difference. And if you can tell that I didn't actually buff the tip of my nail, and I found that it didn't make any difference. It actually stayed on and everything. I had these on for a few weeks until I decided to take them off because they were way too long for me. So now I'm just going to take some pink gel, and I'm just going to go over just on my natural nail. I'm not going to go up to the very free edge of my nail, because I just only want to focus just on my nail bed. And yeah, gel is a lot different than acrylic. I think I might have said this in my last video, I'm not even sure, but yeah, with gel you basically just glide your brush over. You're not like pushing it and patting it, you're basically just gliding it over. And you know, with acrylic you're literally patting and pushing, you know, and you're a little bit more aggressive with acrylic than you are with gel. You got to be very gentle with gel, and you know, it's hard to work with, but once you get, you know, a system down and everything and find ways to work with it, it actually, I don't know, I prefer gel over acrylics now. And I have like basically zero lifting with gel. Acrylic with my nails, I'm not even sure. It sometimes lifts. It depends on what brand and stuff like that I'm using, but I actually pretty much just use nothing but gel now. And you know, like I said in my last video, it definitely beats the smell of acrylic. So once I cured that, I'm just going to go in with my clear gel, and I'm just going to go over just on my tip, and then I'm also going to be building my nail and getting the structure right and everything with the clear gel. And yeah, I'm just going to start at the tip, and then I'm just going to go down to the cuticle and then work my way up and meet kind of in the middle. Now that I'm done building my nail and it's done curing, I'm just going to wipe off that tacky layer, and then I'm just going to jump in to filing. And when you're doing the aquarium nail, you're going to want to be careful. The tip was already pre-made, so I don't really have to worry about the side walls of my nail, but you're definitely going to want to worry about filing the free edge of your nail, because that's where we closed everything in. So when you're doing this, just be very careful when you're filing your nails. And I usually like to start at my side walls and work my way in towards the curve of my nail, and then I like to go on the cuticle. To be honest, I do this differently every time, but yeah, like I said, just be careful when you're shaping your nails, because you definitely do not want to break that seal that we had just did. When you're done filing and shaping, you're just going to want to add a gel top coat, and you are all done. I hope you guys like this design. Don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe, and as usual, I will see you in my next video.